Yeah, I was afraid of that. One moment. I need to... oh, okay. Is the microphone working now? It wasn't the start, I think, but it is now. I had the Windows 11 H2 2024 update, or whatever it's called. So, okay, the music is ducking. Okay, I thought it wasn't working, but now it's magically working. That's good. But I had the update, so that might have broken a few things. We'll see, we'll see. Good evening there, people. Let's see. The OG Kenny G is there. He's patiently waiting. And then Nigel Young, it's going to be a good night. It's going to be good tonight. Well, it's basically the same thing. Yako is double booked watching BitLooney. I caught the start of his stream, but then I had to eat, so. Rick M sounds like it will be interesting tonight. We'll see. We'll be testing a few strips. I haven't done anything with that. So remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Oh, don't disclose your individual LED addresses to strangers. That's good advice there, Hell Conan. Oh, and I'm here too, Intermit.Tech. Noise. It works, says Phillips. And Johnny Perkdahl, the pink one, is here. Oh, Greg Cressy says, hi Quinder, I'm a new user to WLED and addressable LED strips. Loved watching your hot to videos. Great work, pal. Thank you. How-to videos. I think he means how to. But awesome. I'm glad they helped. Let there be LED. Well, there will be today, but we have to wait until the show starts. We still have 17 minutes. What shall we do? I am thirsty. I ate a, well, they call it a fresh pizza from the grocery store, and it was so much that I'm almost feeling nauseous because I ate so much. So, what audio interface and mic do you use, or audio setup? This is a Bumblebee, a Neat Bumblebee. Isn't maybe that's the whole name? Neat Bumblebee. Yeah, this one. Let me link you a picture. Copy image address, maybe. I use this guy. I've been using it for years now. My girlfriend actually gave it to me as a present when I started streaming or started recording videos years back, and it's been doing great. I like it. I actually bought another one because they've gone out of production, so I have a backup one, and I was also able to snag the Bumblebee 2 for like 30 or 40 bucks. I haven't tried it yet, but it was really cheap, so I was like, well, I'm going to need multiple microphones in the future in the new house. So, yeah, I snagged some more. So, yeah, it's just USB. And I have a longer USB cable for it so I can place it on my desk. And, yeah. Pizza, I only throw them like frisbees. Huh. Does that answer your question, Top E-Bike? I don't do any EQ or anything like that. I only have audio ducking. Some like it, some don't. And that's that the music goes away when I'm talking, and then when I'm not talking, it kind of comes back. It's not too loud. Sounds good. Yeah, I've always liked the sound too, and I don't need to be too close, although when I get closer, it gets better. But yeah, it's a good microphone. I like it. 70 minutes to what? Until it's 9:15, and that's the official starting time. Right, well, I was going to take a drink. It's boring drinks today again. Thanks, Monty. Yeah, I'm not sure you can still get the original Bumblebee. I actually did a video review about them, I think. Oh, wow. They still have a sale going for 35 euros. That's a steal. Yeah. Yeah, because it does sound awesome. It has some controls on there and things like that. I do have it on a sound dampening cushion, because when I'd be doing stuff on the desk, you would hear that in the microphone. But that's basically it. Might buy another one. I don't need one, but you know. Okay. Any chance you could do a how-to stereo user mod where your first step on laminate amazing patterns? I'd have to look into that myself. I only have a single analog LED strip running around, on the stairs, which I like a lot. But I haven't done any effects or things like that. But I could maybe look into it and see if we could do a live stream with it, for instance. Well, then I have to share the secret earlier. Yeah. For 35 euros, why not have a spare backup? Exactly. Well, I already bought one. But I'm thinking in the new house, I'll probably have 3 spots where I'll sit. And, well, this quality microphone for 35 euros. That's not a lot. Anything else is going to be more expensive. So. You need a backup of the backup. Maybe. I mean, this one, it's like 5 or 6 years old now, I think. I don't know. When was my Bumblebee review? Intermit.Tech Bumblebee. I should have a video about it. Oh, there. February 5th, my birthday, in 2017. So that's 7 years ago that I got this microphone, and I'm still using it. And I tend to replace things when I don't like them, and when I do like them, I tend to use them a very long time. So there's your answer. Are we 60 FPS? Yes, we are. Good. If you only have one backup, you have no backups. True. Thank you, sir. We are renovating our house and my kids love the effect, and I dropped myself in it by saying I could learn if PT if needs be. Okay, sure. Man, now I'm really tempted to buy it, but I shouldn't just spend useless money. But I'm still tempted to buy it. Hello? Oh, the Tutti Kitty was here. He's gone again. We should do a fundraiser for Quinder to get a backup microphone. Well, let me check how much shipping is, because maybe it's more expensive in the end. 35 bucks. Oh, it's being sent from Germany. It's including tax. Wow. It's funny because you can buy a new one for 35 bucks, or you can buy an almost new one for 87. What? What? Nearly. Why? That's stupid. I'll buy a new one. Let's see another place. Yeah, see, another place is selling it for 150. That's about the price I remember them being. And then the Bumblebee 2. The Bumblebee 2 is 84. Yeah, that's... Oh, man. Okay, I'll put it in my cart. Okay, shipping is 11 euros. That's fine. So then it's 46. Do I have an account with these guys? Let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's do this. You're gonna make me buy a microphone. No item to show. Aw. I probably bought the first one. I was like, yeah, well. Okay. I'll do it. I'll do it before you guys snipe one. Let's go to the checkout. I really don't have a... No, I don't have... Okay. Hold on. Now I need to fill in all the details. I can't share my screen while doing that, so sorry. There. I don't need a password. I don't want an account. Okay, buy now. Can I do ideal? Oh, I can do PayPal. Okay, we'll do PayPal. Yeah. Okay. It's actually being paid partially by gifts from you, because I'm using my intermittent technology PayPal, and I sometimes get donations there. So, good. There's 10 bucks on there. So now I pay 36 euros. Oh, order placed. Okay. Well, now I have 2 backup microphones. Well, actually I have 3 now, because I had another one of these. And now I have two backup of these and a Bumblebee 2, because I also found that for really cheap a while back. So, yeah. I don't understand why it's so cheap. Yeah, because in other places where you can buy it, it's 150 bucks. I don't understand. Let's see, microphones. Wait. Sorry, this stream has suddenly turned into something completely different. How do I go to... Because I remember Turtle Beach selling them too. But it seems they don't anymore. Let me find the website. Stop giving me pop-ups. Oh, hold on. Now, this is becoming boring, I guess. Okay, found it. The Turtle Beach is selling the Bumblebee 2 for 99 bucks. Well, I have one of those too, because I also found it for like 30 bucks or something. Anyway, let's close all this. I ordered one $39.49 on Amazon in the USA. Well, for that kind of price, it's a steal. goes to your room. That's okay. No, so in the new house, I've already been buying parts to create a sort of trifold streaming setup using a single PC with lots of USB extenders and HDMI switchers and multiplexers and muxers and things like that. We'll have a series about that in the future. And I still need microphones for that, and USB microphones are perfect. So now I have 3 of these, and I'll sound the same everywhere. What are we breaking today? Well, we've got some interesting LED strip to test. I actually wondered about something. If I already looked at these before, but because I believe so. I didn't know where they were. Ah, that's these. Okay, yeah. Is this the same? No. Okay. Well, we have multiple versions we can test even. Awesome. Because I buy all the LED strips I see like, that looks new. For RGBW strip, you would recommend most for doing Ambilight style TV backlight with. Maybe just SK6812. RGB+CCT. Better get the 8 gauge out. No. That's fine. That's fine. You are scammed. No. I bought one of their at this same shop before, and they delivered just fine. So. Yeah, I don't like that kind of practices where they try and give you stuff if you don't buy and blah blah blah. Nice to see some LED stuff. Yeah, we were off LED stuff for a little bit, but we'll get on it again. I've been doing so much development on the in the background, so yeah, that'll come out soon, or in the future at least. Okay, well, it's 14, but there's 100 people here. Wow. Okay, so let's get started. So what we're going to look at today is RGB+CCT. So for analog LEDs, that's 5 channels: red, green, blue, warm white, and cold white, but then in an addressable form. Now, that has some downsides to start with, and that is that the WS2805 chip that most of them use, I've tested several, but the WS2805 is the best one in that regard, isn't available in a smaller package. So for WS2811 or WS2814, you have the F package, which means it's a very tiny chip. I also use that on my own custom strips. And let's take a look at the first one. On these strips, they have to use the big fat chip, basically, because, well, there isn't a small F version of this yet. It's not huge, but it's not small either. So this chip is the WS2805, which means it's a 5-channel digital chip. And, well, each section needs such a chip. But however you space that on this strip, it will be big. So this is a 15 millimeter wide. Hello? There. This is a 15 millimeter wide strip. So that's something to take into account. You won't be able to use the generally 12 millimeter, etc. Profiles out there because this is so wide. Also, in regards to zones, let's take a look at how large the zones are on this variant. Let's get the centimeter out, the meter. Let's see here. From here. Oh no, that is not focused at all, camera. What are you doing? Are you drunk? There, that's better. So that is from there to there is, let's say about 7 centimeter zones. I'll tilt this, so about, there, about 7 centimeters. So that's pretty big. My custom LED strips that I'm hoping to have in stock still before the end of the month, but it's getting close. They're in production right now. Well, they have been, but yeah. Those have zones of 3.25 centimeters, so 3.125. So basically, the zones are half as big, which means the strip will have double the resolution. So this will have, well, let's divide it. 500 divided by 70. No, 5,000. Whatever. This will have 71 zones, while mine has 160. So that's a very different thing. Animations and things like that will look a bit choppier on here because of the lower resolution, right? Okay, let's get that hooked up and see how it does. Oh, it seems this uses the normal... Oh, I like that. Okay. So I believe this strip has dual data lines. You can actually see that here. So we have 24 volt, a data in and data out, but then we have FD in and FD out and ground. I believe this chip has a redundant line, but the wiring is just 3 wires. So I don't know. We're going to use my my prototype board here again. This is called the Dig Next, and you'll be hearing more about that in the future. Well, actually, you won't be seeing it in this current form. There's a new prototype being made as we speak, and it will always come delivered in a nice plastic case, kind of like the Dig2Go, basically. But this is Project Dig Next, and I'm not 100% certain on all the details yet, but yeah. There. Okay, so this is connected to my benchtop power supply, and, well, we're going to have to unspool this strip, I think, but we need to watch out that it doesn't short on itself. Okay, I'm going to unspool some of it. And the rest I'll cook on the reel. Okay. Why is my camera, has my camera moved? Can't imagine so. Anyway, let's move everything more over here. From the last stream, Dig Next looks really cool. Yeah, this is a reimagination of what I think in the current day and age an LED controller should be or should do. There. Okay, let's turn that on. Okay, voltage is set to 24 volts. And we have a power limit of 5 amps, but that should be fine. This is connected. This was already connected. Okay, go. Explosion? No explosion. Oh, lots of light though. Where's my mouse? Let's see here. Okay, I have contacted the controller. It's nice and bright. Let's see. We need to fix this. LED preferences. It's set to SK6812, so let's set it to... Where are you? WS2805. Uh-oh. What was that? I'm not sure what happened. Okay, save. Okay. And we said about 71, so let's say 72 LEDs. But the color order is wrong. So let's set it to RGB. Yes, now we have orange, so we know that's good. But for some reason, the first LED is white. You won't be able to see that on camera though, so let me turn that down. Oh, it doesn't respond to anything anymore. That's interesting. Let's turn the power off. That will also turn off the powers to the strip, actually. Okay, and let's turn the power on. Now it's orange. Okay. Let's do some blends. Yeah, now it's working fine again. That's odd. Okay. Let me turn off some lights. There. Seems there's some corruption sometimes. Did you guys see that twitching? Let me turn this up. There. Okay, let's first test functionality. Let's go to red, green, blue. Okay, turn colors off. Turn white on, warm white, and cold white. Okay, that works. The warm white isn't very warm, I feel like. But I have a tool which can measure that, so I need to turn off more lights. Let's be scientific here. So we'll use my my spectrometer thingy. It's a very Chinese product. That's okay. Let's see, 50%, and then warm white, and let's have a do some measurements. Okay, let's see what we got. We got 3000K. Okay, and we got a CRI of 94. That's pretty good. Let's go to... Oh wow, that's interesting. It's not PWMing. Interesting. How is it not PWMing? Let's see. CRI is a decent 90. As you can see, the R9 is kind of lacking, which I know it reads out as a 94.2. So you could say, oh, but then it's CRI 95. Yeah, but if you look closer at the spectrum, you see that the R9 is nowhere near 90. So it's a made CRI 94. So they're kind of bodging the numbers by doing some easy colors really good. And then the harder colors, red, a lot worse. And then on average, they'll hit above CRI 90. But in actuality, the spectrum doesn't confirm that. So that's why I always do my own measurements. This is a decent CRI 90, I would say, but certainly not 95 like you get with an Oxmer strip or things like that. Yeah, it's about 3K. I like seeing a bit lower if possible. Let me do a new measurement. There. Oh, now it's 92.7. Yeah. But I'm wondering why it's not flickering. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, so there's PWM in there, but it's at 4000 Hertz. So that is consistent with the WS2805. That's correct. Yeah. Okay, let's go to cold white, see what that is. There. This may be kind of a boring stream. I don't know. 6500, that's good, because the last WS2805 strip I had with SMD packages on there, it had some insane number. Exactly, Philip. I'd rather see 2700 or even 2400K, but that's a lot harder to achieve. So, Slizard, I'm not sure you want to, because it's $1,000. So, yeah. So let's look at the spectrum. Okay, cool. Here we can see again that the R9 is around 59, so I'd consider this a CRI 90 class. That's okay. Yeah. Okay, let's put it to 100% and see what my AC meter says. Oh wait, no, I don't have it on my AC meter. I have it on my benchtop power supply. So full 100% cold white is 30 watts. And cold white is also 30 watts. So it's not a very powerful strip. It's kind of to be expected. The wattage the strip will be is kind of dependent on how many chips are on there. And for instance, on my chip, or on my strip, as I said, we have 160 ICs for 5 meters. This one has 71. And since each IC is constant current, well, more chips is more current, so strip will be brighter. That's basically how it works. What's the best? Oh, is this getting warm? No, not that much. Okay. The best 300 per meter, 24 volt RGB or for outdoor. 300 per meter? 300 watt per meter. LEDs? Individually addressable, or what are we looking at? Yeah, let's do some effects. Yeah, that works. Not sure what the flickering was about. Maybe I have a loose connection? No, not really. No. Okay. Let's do some flow. I always like flow. No default colors. Take out the white. 300 pixel individual doesn't exist. At 24 volt RGB or RGBW, that's not possible. You need to watch my video about higher voltage LED strips, why that is not possible. Yeah, then you'll be at 5 volt, and you want 300 per meter. That actually exists. I have a video about that, about a 332 LEDs per meter individually addressable strip. It's still 5 volt. But you don't want that. I know you think you want that, but you don't want that. That'll be $40 a meter. So yeah, and you'll need, like, for a 5 meter strip, you'll need 3 data channels. So I don't think you want that actually. No, you can get longer lengths with 5 meter, 5 volt. You just have to do power injection. But I have 2 videos about COB LED strips and about higher voltage LED strip. Go watch those and you'll understand why what you're asking doesn't exist. Back to this strip. Yeah, looks good. Glitter. I mean, the zones are its downside, right? It only has a few zones, so especially if you do slower effects, it shows up less on camera, I guess, but it's going to be noticeable. Yeah, you can also have RGBW single addressable 12 volt with the SK6812CC strip I've made a video about. Individually addressable incandescent bulbs. I don't do anything with bulbs, so. For some reason it flickers when it's changing effect. I think that might be the beta version of WLED I have running on here. Because the effect looks fine, right? So. Okay, well, there's not much more to say. If you absolutely must have two colors white for accent lighting and things like that, this strip is fine. If you want it for primary lighting, it's okay spectrum-wise, but power-wise, it'll be low. 30 watts isn't a lot, especially if it's spread out over 5 meters. Yeah, Jim, but the reason for those blocks is the higher voltage. So, I mean, it just doesn't exist. The best I was able to create was having 3 centimeter zones on a RGBW COB LED strip that is 24 volt. That's why I created my custom Quin LED strip. Again, it should be in stock again soonish. We're starting to get there. But yeah, that's why I created this strip. That is the best of all worlds currently possible, technically, right? So yes, there is an IP65 version, yeah. It's okay, yeah, Kenji. Yeah, the smallest resolution for 24 volt is my custom strip, 3 centimeters, or 3.125 centimeters. Okay, let's turn on the lights again. There, beep. Oh, hello. Let's put this back. Okay. Now I can do things you normally shouldn't do, because I can say power off. The controller will stay on, but the outputs are actually off. So I can safely connect and disconnect things. My custom version has JST JWPF connectors, so waterproof connections on the waterproof strip. Because I don't understand why they put stupid normal JSTs on waterproof things. Those are not waterproof, so. Now we're going to quickly take a look at the second sample I have here. This one was the first link, I think, in the description. Damn it. Hey, Rod Murray. Sure, no problem. I believe... Do I have that listed? Oh, I don't have the power use. Oh, I could add that to the W compatible part of the strip. But we can quickly calculate that. If we go to... because it's an interesting question. If we go to the real world power sheet page, let me answer this question first. And there we go to the 24 volt sheet, and there we go look at the Quin LED sheet. It can use up to 100, well, actually up to 204 watts if you activate all channels at once, which you shouldn't do, because 200 watts is insane. But generic usage will be about around 100 watts. Colors are a bit less, effects are often a bit less too. But let's say about 100 watts is the average usage. So 100 watts divided by 24 is 4.16 amps. So if you have 4 of those, let's see, times 4, that is 16 amps. My strip uses a lot of power because that produces a lot of light. Now, if we take a look at per zone, it has 160 zones. Each zone would be 26 milliamp, right? So 26 times 160 is 4.16 amps. Yeah. That would be a safe configuration, I think. Will the Dig Next be the successor to the Dig Uno and Quad? Yes and no. I don't think the Dig Uno and Dig Quad are going anywhere, and I still want to keep improving them, etc. But I wanted something that had, like the Dig to Go, for instance, was my first try at that. A easier to use controller, right? And the Dig Uno and Dig Quad are kind of set in what they are. I already created the Dig Octa to be out of that kind of form factor. And the Dig Next will basically be the same attempt, but then you have to imagine this with a nice plastic enclosure that it comes delivered in, and you don't use it as a bare board, basically. You still have to get to the board to be able to replace the fuses. But yeah, and it won't have options like pluggable Ethernet or things like that. It's meant to compete against the Gillette Opto or the Atoms or controllers like that, basically. But it will have features that those certainly don't have. USB-C programmability, built-in DC relays, up to 48 volt support. It actually has 3 outputs for the positive and negative with the built-in fuses, better capacitors, external relay control, built-in microphone, temperature sensor socket, I2C, and a whole other list of other things that those controllers don't have. Oh, this is also using a new specially tuned level shifter stage that I hope to do with the resistor switcher, and still have kind of the same good results. That's still experimental. But yeah, lots of changes, and yeah. So let's take a look at the same strip but from a different vendor. That's not this one. No reason really, Philip. For the analog stuff I needed something bigger basically, and one of the reasons is the digital stuff sells more than the analog stuff, or at least the analog is a new series. So investing in a custom plastic enclosure like the Dig to Go, I need to know that I'll sell a few thousand, because otherwise I won't even make back the mold costs, right? And I don't mind if that's over a few years, that's fine, because, you know, I'm in it for the long run in that sense. But if I don't know I'm going to do that, I'm going to select a enclosure that's already exists and adapt that instead of make my own custom enclosure. So, yeah. Well, this is from a different vendor. I think I have them both listed in the video description. But judging by the writing on the strip, we basically see the same thing. And I'm willing to bet that this strip is from the exact same vendor. Yep. I've started offering 3D printed enclosures on some of my products already, Bugo, as a sort of stopgap. But not everyone can 3D print, and I can 3D print myself. But even that is difficult scalability wise if you're producing a lot. It can be done, but I don't know. Yeah. I hope you know how awesome you are. Thanks, Rod. That's okay. Rear era. The ones we're looking at today are 24 volt. Although I'm not sure you want to use this as your main lighting. Then I'd still look at analog lighting or maybe my custom strip. But those don't have tunable white. I don't know why you need tunable white, but some want it, so yeah. Okay, let's turn this on and see how if this one works the same. I would imagine so. Power. Yep. Yeah, I believe this is basically the same strip, but from two different vendors on AliExpress, right? It has the same zones, same construction. No, actually, construction is different. Let me check. I do, Ditto. Let me turn this off real quick. Is construction the same? So let's take a look at the random zone. No, random zone. So I'm willing to bet or to say that these strips are made by the exact same manufacturer. Right? I mean, they're identical. Yeah, so no need to further test this one. It's the same, so that's fine. So buy the cheapest one. Which bag was that? Yeah. I don't remember. I think so. Yeah, I think that's more the WLED settings of this controller for me. So, not Quinn LED marking. Throw it in the bin. No. I use lots of different strip too. I just made strip that didn't exist yet. I don't like making things that exist already. There's no need for me to make those. Is this the right bag? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, it fits. Somewhat. Somewhat fits. Okay. Now, there's another variant I bought because one of these sellers is selling it as IP65, and I was like, oh, okay. Let's take a look at that. Well, let's unspool some of that. This is the kind of IP65 I don't like. Because this is just a very floppy, post-applied silicone sock. It's not molded to the shape or any, it's just a silicone sock in which it's in. Other than that, strip looks the same, but let's give it a quick test. Normally don't do that, but this controller turns off the power completely to the strip, so I can just mess about. Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. And another weatherproof strip where they go through the trouble to put on these weatherproof end caps and things like that and glue it and and then they put a JST connector on there which is in no way waterproof. Why? Why? What use is that? Oh wow. Okay, yeah, the tape is inside the tube. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, so I mean, okay, that's a completely useless product. Yeah, I don't like it. I mean, the LED strip is fine if you need RGB+CCT for accent lighting. Again, not for primary lighting. This is fine. Wow. Let's try and get it back in the bag. Exactly, they took the same strip and just put it in some cheap tube and then called it waterproof. I don't like that. I don't know if we'll get it back into the bag. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I got it. Noise. Yeah, they even put the adhesive strip in the tube. I mean, that's completely useless. I think I have one of mine here. Hold on. Yeah. So this is one of mine. The DIG COB RGBW896160V1, and this is also IP65 and 24 volt, and it has the very small zones. But let's see how we did it, or I did it basically, or I told them to do it. I guess maybe that's the best description. Now this is RGBW, not RGBCCT. It already comes on a spool that actually fits. That's nice. And I used these JST JWPF connectors. These are from JST themselves, and they are designed to be waterproof. I already used this bag. It comes with a pigtail included, and if you look at the silicone sleeving, our tape is on the actual silicone sleeving on the outside, so you can actually still glue it to something. I mean, why would you want to do that, right? Here, like that. So waterproof connector, waterproof end cap, waterproof silicone housing. And although, yes, there is still a bit of flex in the IP65 encasing, this is actually extruded over the strip. So they take the strip that's done and they use an extruder to basically mold the plastic housing around the strip. So it's not inserted into an existing extrusion. It's basically pressed together by a machine that real-time extrudes it over the strip. I'll have a video about that in the future where I went to visit the factory that makes these. And, well, why is my focus so shitty? Maybe like that. So here you can see that the zones my custom strip has is also much smaller, right? It's completely wacko. Okay, that's better. Oh, it's not in the right. Okay, yeah. There. Okay. Yeah, you can see the zones are much smaller. Nope, sorry. Come on. But it's RGBW, not RGBCCT. Can be used in my shower. Sure, yeah, you can use it in the shower. I'm not sure you want to expose it to water like 24/7 for like many years, but especially if you put it inside of a profile, that's fine. Someone asked how wide it is. Let me check. The non-waterproof version is 12mm, yes. And this one is... let me see. I'd say about 15. 15 to 16, if you want to make sure it fits. Yeah, I think officially it's 15, but maybe keep 16 in mind to make sure it fits. Ah, too bad, Philip. How well does the tape stick to silicone? You mean the non-waterproof version? I don't know, actually. Cool, Bugo. So yeah, this is my custom strip, but that's not what things are about today. But this, in my opinion, is how you do a waterproof strip. Not like the other one is. I don't like that one. Oh, I also have bags that fit. Wow. Such an innovation. Well, I don't know. But look for something at least 16mm wide and it should be okay. Right. Now to more interesting products. This is a different type of RGB+CCT strip, and I don't know if it'll work or not. Because what they did is they used WS2811. What? But 2811 is 3 channels. Okay, then use 2. But that's 6 channels, not 5. The macro button? I don't know what the macro button is. GPO 16 is the LED output. I'm confused. So what they did here is they have large zones like this. Right? No, don't do that. Stupid. Go away. They have large zones, but then they use 2 WS2811 chips. So this is 3 channels and this is 3 channels. But how is that going to work? I think your controller will have to understand that, but we're going to find out now. Is it 24 volt? Let's see. Yes. Good. Well, they were able to keep the strip 10mm wide, so I get why they tried this. Ah, damn it. Sure, let's do that. Power. It's doing something. Let's go to solid. Right, okay, so on the WS2805 setting, this does not work, because this is solid blue, solid red, solid green. Okay, that doesn't work. But then what should we use? I have a hint here. Let's try FW1906. Okay. Does that work? Red, green, blue. Okay. This is warm white. Cold white. Oh, okay. So the FW1906, it's kind of already in the name, is also a 6-channel chip. And seemingly compatible enough with this guy where we can access all the colors. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Blends. Default. Yeah. Let me adjust the camera again. That looks correct to me. Let's do some pride. Yeah, the resolution is probably the same as the other ones. Let me measure it real quick. Yep. So let's see, a single zone is 8 centimeters. Oh, so it's even bigger than the last one. So with 8 centimeter zones, yeah, 10 millimeter is nice. That I understand. So that's only 62.5 zones for 5 meters. Whoa, that's rough. Then again, I've seen RGBW with 50 zones, so I mean, without counting my custom strip, it's hard to get better. There's one other strip out there now, but those have 4.5 centimeter zones, I believe, or 5 or 6. I don't remember. Mine is still by far the highest resolution. So yeah. I think also the brightness is pretty good because each segment has 2 chips. So we have 62 zones times 2. That's 125 chips. So it's 125 chips. We address as 62. But let's do a test. Okay, full power green, 30 watts. Okay, let's go to white. Cold white. Oh, it's 30 watts. It's the same as the other one. Yep, 30 watts. Okay. And if we add color, yeah, then it gets to 50 watts. All right. Okay, let's set it to half. Let's turn off all the lights. Let's do warm white first. Yeah. I don't have any of the Govee pucks, Jim, but I have some interesting pucks we're going to look at after this. So, a desk tour video. You don't want a desk tour video. My desk is most often a giant explosion. Okay, so let's test this. Hold on, let me... There. Okay, so it's 2700K. That's nice. It's not a great shade of white. I find it slightly greenish, maybe, but it's a lot warmer than the others are. So that's pretty cool. Oh no, okay. Yeah, so let's look at the spectrum. That's okay. It's not great, but it's okay, especially for 2700K. Again, this is around CRI 90-ish. If we look at PWM, okay, so it's a newer WS2811 chip because it has the 4 kHz PWM. Good, good, good. Let's test cool white. Okay, so that is 6300. Okay, that's okay. Oh, I didn't have time to do a... Wait, why not? Yeah. Okay, yeah, 4 kHz PWM again. Okay. Ah, okay, CRI is actually better. That's not bad. It has some weird gaps though, but at least R9 is higher. So let's set it in the middle. I'm just curious. Let's measure that. Yeah, I figured. So now the combined CRI is 95. And you'd say, oh, that's pretty good. And the CCT is 4000, okay. But it still doesn't get to the right spectrum. It's a little bit higher, but, you know. Yeah, PWM is okay. Yeah. So again, same deal for accent lighting, things like that. This is fine. For primary lighting, it just, although I know it looks like it's very bright on camera, it just kind of lacks power. It's doing 28 watts right now. Let's go to a warm white. 28, yeah. And as soon as I add like red, it goes to 50. So it's not a limitation in the setup. Yeah. But you can get a pretty nice warm white by adding in some red. Let's see what spectrum we have here now officially. You can't really influence the spectrum, but yeah, it's still missing a lot of red. But at least it's a pleasant color to look at now, right? You can't really alter the spectrum by adding RGB. It doesn't work like that. But you can alter the color temperature-ish you see, right? So if we add more red, well, that's too much red. But we can create a more pleasant gold glow, basically, right? Yeah, that's pretty good. Yes, Mr. Agony, that is the best place, but we're out of stock worldwide. But as soon as it's back in stock, I'll try and have it back in stock in all places. So, yeah. Cool, yeah. Let's see, turn off white, turn on this guy. Yeah, even, let's do rainbow default, there. Rainbow at 100% uses 27.5 watts. So you can compare that in my table, and you can see that that is comparable to, no, it's actually lower. It's lower than most other strips out there. So it's not a super bright strip. But you know, accent lighting, things like that, it should be fine. And well, it seems to work fine. Oh, it's completely overpowered on the camera. I'm sorry. There. Yeah. It seems to, you know, work perfectly on the FW1906 setting. So that's cool. Let's see, turn it off. Turn it on. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Nice. Okay. Okay, let's turn on the lights again. Interesting. I kind of thought this might not work, but it does, because the FW1906 is indeed also a 6-channel chip. So you can kind of abuse that setting for this type of double WS11 chip strip. Yeah, yeah. Cool. Okay. This one did get warmer though than the others. Okay, well that brings the end to the strips we have. Let's turn this off for now. But then we also have this bag. And this bag is very interesting, I think. It's 24 volt WS2805 RGBCCT 15 centimeter spacing in white and X-Connect. So it's 3-core X-Connect, 24 volt, and it's 20 pieces times 5. And I got this in like 3 days ago. And these are interesting pucks. So let's grab one or two of the strands. Do I have pigtails? I have pigtails. Good. Okay. Let's see here. Pigtails. Black wire is ground. Okay. That's good to know. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Oh. Middle wire data. The other wire VCC. The other wire. Wow. Okay, so black is ground. And then middle is data, and the other wire is VCC. Good. Okay, sure. What does it say on here? WS2805. Okay. 15 centimeter spacing. Yeah, okay. So if we take a look at these. These are actually pretty interesting. If my camera decides that this is the thing to look at, it does not. Is it too close? Oh, there we go. So it's a 24 volt module with 3 warm whites and 3 cool whites, and then a central RGB. But if you look very closely, you can see those multiple dots in there. That means it's a COB style LED. So it has multiple diodes in series inside of the LED package, basically. See that? So I get how they're doing the colors. I just wonder how they're doing the whites, because normally you'd need 6 for 24 volt. But maybe they use a different type of package or a different type of resistor. I don't know. We'll try and open it up later. Hello? Oh, one of the cats is exploring. Okay. Let's get one of these wires out. Is this the right wire? Yes. Oh no, I got the one with the thing on there. Okay. So let's strip these a little bit further. Oh, it's over here. WS2812C 2020. You mean what I used for the house numbers? That was a custom product for AllNet. I'm not sure we'll be remaking those. But you can find some alternatives on AliExpress, I think. So these are the LED. Yeah, my camera out of focus. I don't know what's up with it today. Normally it's better. It's not. It's never been great. This camera isn't great at that. The front one here is much better at that. But it's, you know, it's more expensive. In that sense, you get what you pay for. Well, I don't know if it's fully out or they're restocking. I don't know. I haven't asked them. So, his new house number is 4 digits. No. Okay, so this is ground. Let's use that one. Okay, I made them too long, so I'll just do that. Let's see, this is ground. In the real versions, these terminals will have color coded, will be color coded again. So, you know, it's a little bit extra, but I think it adds a lot to the experience. Now, the middle wire is data. I think we were using this channel, not 100% sure, but we'll see. And then the outer channel, or the other wire, is VCC, which will be 24 volt in this case. Duxbit, I asked you before, I don't know what you mean with a macro button and why you would need a 10K resistor or 3.3 volt, and especially GPO16, which is the LED output. On the Queen LED boards, you have a button pin and you have Q1 to Q4 you can use. So yeah, thanks Philip. Right, so we have the pigtail connected now. Such a densely populated board. This is fully stepping away from a DIY design. If I'd asked people to build this DIY, maybe one person a year would build it. Oh no! Well, that's not going to work. So let's try the other side. Hey there, Mike A1821. Okay, let's try one strand first. Let's see what happens. So we're pretty sure these are 24 volts, so let's go. Go. Okay, well, we're getting lights. But it's set to that FW something now, so let's set it to WS2805. Let's give it, I don't know, 50. Yeah, WS2805 RGB. Save. Oh! Wow. Things are easy today. Okay, let's turn off the top light. I like the lenses, right? So they're kind of projecting like that. I like that. Because they have this little dome on there. I like that look. Okay, I don't know. Blends. Trying to get a physical button, need 2 ways to wire it. Okay. Well, it depends on which controller you're using from me. But you can use the button pin to start with. Look in the pinout guide. And other than that, you can use the Q pins, but then you might need a pull up or pull down. Pink LEDs, oh yeah. Yeah, so you can see that only the... well, no, you can't see. Hold on. Let me turn that down. Let's crank this up. You can see that only the middle LED is lighting up. And you can also see the dome. Okay, let's turn off the color. That didn't do anything. Why not? Oh, I'm not in solid. Okay. Turn off the color. Turn on white. Go to warm white. Huh. Warm white is cool white. Okay. At least we have both. Can we switch around the whites? Oh yeah, we can. Beam. Now, now the slider is correct. Now cold white is cold white and warm white is warm white. Good. Yeah, but somehow they're dropping the 24 volt over 3 diode packages. I don't know how many diodes are in there. Maybe there's 2 diodes in there. Okay. Let's go to the minimal setting. Oh, there is. There is. Hold on. Hold on. Can I zoom in more? There. See that? Oh, I couldn't. keep it in focus. Okay, and now go to manual focus. Close enough. Okay, manual focus. No, that's zoom. There, that's focused. Yeah, so there's 2 warm white diodes in each warm white package, and there's 2 cool white diodes in each package. But why are these in the middle? And these are like crookedish. Or maybe that's the lens. No, no. Yeah. Okay, let's look at the colors. Let's go red. Oh wow, there's 9 red diodes. Okay. There's 1 blue diode and 1 green diode. Okay, so when you look at the package, it looks very different. But the forward voltage of... Oh, wait, that's too much. The forward voltage of green and red diodes are very different. And red gets this whole array. But I think we saw that before with the pucks we looked at last year. Interesting. Okay, let's go back to this. Exactly, Monty. I think there's already a lot better options than Govee, especially because these are RGB+CCT, right? And I like their lenses, and their colors blend nicely. Oh wait, focus. Yes. So let's do rainbow. Rainbow, where are you? Yeah. These I like the lens look. I already said that. Can go a little bit brighter. Wow, this one looks really cool. Shining into the camera lens. Okay, let's do some measurements. Solid red. Solid red is using, for a single strand, is using 9.8 watts. Blue is using 10.3 watts. And green is using 10.5 watts. That's a lot. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. 20 in each strand. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, let's turn off the colors and let's go to white. So warm white uses 10.56 watts. Cool white uses exactly the same. Okay, yeah. And if we add green, we go to about 20. 18.2. That's okay. Okay. Let's go to 50%. And let's take some readings. Oh wait, I still have my lights on. You guys need to warn me, I can't take readings with my lights on. Oh wow. What? Okay, I need to take new readings. Okay. So, we see a CRI of 94.9. That's probably altered, you know, with the numbers, but that's a pretty good. CCT of 2995, so it's a decent 3000. Good. Let's go to the spectrum. Yeah. R9 of 669. That is a decent, good CRI 90. And let's see PWM. Well, it's a WS2805, so we see 4.3 kilohertz, and that's all fine. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah. The DM. Let me finish the measurement first. Let's go to cool white. Oh, that's a lot worse. Okay, let me try another one. Okay, cool white we see 81 CRI, so that's a lot lower. 6600 is a bit high. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, here you can see a much worse diode. This looks more like a SK6812 LED diode. It has a horrible CRI 9, so it basically there is no red in there. Yeah, all over the place. Oh, yeah. My meter is like, what are you doing? Yeah, no, that's not good. Okay. Yeah, so it has a. Let me remeasure it just to be sure. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what I do. Oh, okay, now it's a bit better. Yeah, no. It's a horrible, horrible cold white, while the warm white's pretty good. I do not know if they have custom tracks available. They have screw holes, so you can screw them down like in those places. They don't have any sticky tape either, but yeah. Yeah, these are pretty good. I mean, the cold white is a horrible CRI, so that's kind of bad. But the warm white, on the other end, is pretty good. Yeah. Interesting. Cool. So let's break one open. Let's see. Left. I at least want to see the back side, right? Okay. So let's turn off the power. How do you mean the diameter of the lens? How would I measure that? Of the diameter, the diameter. My Dutch is coming through. Sorry. So if we take a look, the screw hole plate part is about 2.3, 2.4, so 23, 24 millimeters. And then the width is 37, 36, 37. And if we look at the lens, my best guess would be 2 centimeters. Yeah. Does that answer your question? So let's go to the end of the string. Because then I can always cut it off and solder it on again. And let's see if we can pry off this, doing it the safe way. Not. See if we can pry off this white part so we can take a look inside. Take the big screwdriver. Seems the white part is molded with the case. There are clips on the sides which might be applicable to tracks. Safety glasses? Sure. I was doubting if I needed those. Okay. Oh, oh. It's going. See, it's starting to come apart. Need an oyster shucking knife. Get the scissors. No. I will be bleeding before this thing is open. No, this is actually okay. There. I think I got it. There. Oh, look at that. Okay, so let's take a quick look. Let's take these off. So we have resistors for the colors. Resistor red, resistor green, resistor blue, white 1, white 2. Okay, we have the cables coming in, going out. And then we have the WS2805 over there. There's a resistor, or sorry, a capacitor. Good. There's no data resistors though. Oh, there is a resistor there. But that could actually be for the power of the WS2805 to dampen it because it's 28 volts, or 24 volts. So there's no data resistors that I can see. So don't expect the data signal coming off of this to go very far. It's a big chip, so in that sense it should reach a decent length. But there's no conditioning resistors on the input or the output. So that kind of sucks. And they through linked the solder here for the positive and for the negative. Although it also goes over the PCB. Yeah, pretty good. I can try and pry it out of the casing, but there's nothing we can't see because the casing is clear too. So I mean, it's just that single board. I think is it a single board or? Yeah, it's a single board. Okay, yeah, it's just a single double-sided board. Yeah, the typical use case for pucks would be outside. And it has these lenses which make it a nice, I think at least, nice pattern. Wow. That projects outward from the lens. So it kind of goes in a conical shape, right? See if we can put this back in there. In theory, we should be able to. I kind of bent it. It'll never be as it was. Pretty good. Some glue in there, and then that's not too bad. And I ripped it out of the epoxy, but yeah. Interesting. So those are some RGB+CCT pucks you can now get. And that is actually a new thing. I hadn't seen these before. Where you have 5 channels that you can do multiple colors of lighting on your house. And, you know, I can imagine using those as extra colors. So that can be fun. Any more questions about these? I guess I can hook them up again. Beep. Yeah, but like I was saying, let's put them to 100%. If you take a look at the pattern, you can see they kind of have this this lens, so that if you project them or you have them certain spacing from the wall, they'll project it like it's a nice downlight, basically, right? Yeah, pretty good. Let's do some warm white and mix in some reddish. Oh no, okay. The warm white isn't very warm. That's okay. Yeah, these are fully sealed, so in theory they're completely watertight. So that could work. Right. Did I wreck something? Oh, there it is. Okay. Cool. -1. What? Okay. Well, any questions about the things we've shown today? I'll have a drink, and then I think we're done with the stream already. No, maybe some other time there, Juffle. Lux or lumen counts are very hard to do, because you need to have the exact same environment as another measurement to compare two measurements. And since I don't have those measurement sphere thingies that cost like 10,000 bucks, I can't produce the same measurement as they do. So I could give you a lumen variant or a value, but it wouldn't compare to any other lumen value out there. So I don't know. I just look at the power figures, and then that's roughly an indication. When do you expect the new controller to be available? Oh, well, we can do secret. The next thing that is going to come out is going to be this thing. This is, well, I guess this side's bigger. The AN Penta Deca. It's a 15-channel analog controller. So if you want to run RGB+CCT, you can run 3 individual RGB+CCT strips from this. It's fully 12 volt to 48 volt compatible. It has nice, beefy, large power input terminals. It has dedicated button terminals, USB-C programming. Can do high amperage, internally fused, with the same kind of fuses actually. Can do high PWM, so standard it runs around 20 kilohertz PWM. Nice external antenna. So if you need to do analog LED lighting, this is the last in the lineup that I designed like a year back. So we had the AN Penta Mini first, and then the Plus, and this will be the Deca. And the unique feature of this model is that it has 15 channels. So that is the next thing coming up. And then after that, I expect to have the custom strips again. So I'll probably have a video about that. And then the next thing is that probably is going to come out. I'm going to take these into production soon. Is these guys, and this is the Dig to Analog Plus. I don't think I've shown this before. Not 100% sure though. And this is a beefed up version. It's not enough light. A beefed up version of the Dig to Analog, which now includes 5 channel outputs. So just like WS2805, it has RGB plus 2 whites. It has onboard buffers. It has now a replaceable 6.3 amp fuse. The 2 dedicated white channels can now do up to 5 amps, although the total board is limited to 6 amps. And what was I going to say? Oh, it has 4 kilohertz PWM, up to 48 volt support now, so 12 to 48 volt. And it still has the switch to flip the data direction, and all the good stuff. It will be a little bit more expensive than the normal Dig to Analog, but if you need RGB+CCT or you need more power especially, this will be a nice upgrade. The rating of the input terminals. Oh, that's a good one. These terminals, I believe, are rated for 15 amps, although I'd use them for about 10 amps max, and then, you need to feed in more power. And I've already been working with my case designer to have some nice 3D printable cases for them. This one doesn't show that great on camera, I think. The cases are not finished yet, but we're getting there. So this plus and minus for the power injection. The rest all has these lips. The reason this side doesn't is for manufacturing purposes. But yeah, this should be very nice if you need some digital to analog functionality, right? You can daisy chain them up to a few hundred, no problem. Cool. So those are the 2 secrets. Well, you've seen Dig Next now a few times already. That's being worked on. It's still going to take a few more months. And Diff Power, I've been putting in a lot of work this week. I actually thought about not live streaming this week because I'm still working on that design. All the bugs and issues have now been hashed out in the most recent prototypes I have. Do I have one here? No. No, I don't think I have one on my disk right now. No. No, don't have it on my disk right now. Okay. But all the issues have been hashed out. It's not blowing up anymore. And I'm confident to move forward. So I'm redesigning the Sender 8. And the receiver modules, I want to have at least a medium addressable module and the analog module finished. And then we'll go from there. There's lots of more boards coming in the future. So yeah, lots of things going on behind the scenes. I need to start making more videos again, but that takes a lot of time. So generally when I'm designing and doing other stuff, getting the boards and things like that, I mostly do live streams because they take a little bit less to prepare. And hey, I want to check out these things anyway, so I can just do that with you guys here, right? So yeah, that's basically what's going on my side. Not blowing up anymore is definitely a good thing. Yes, that was one of the design requirements before I wanted to move forward. But on the most recent prototypes, I think I've plugged it in 200 something times rapidly, and no issue. So that's pretty good. Yeah. So it might not look like it video-wise, but there is definitely lots going on. So yeah, sometimes you have to bear with me. Currently, this time of year is my development time, because I want to have the products ready for summer and especially, you know, autumn and winter that's coming up again in this hemisphere. And well, that takes a lot of work to get these things out of the door. So, I mean, I wanted to have these analog controllers out for half a year to a year now, but it always takes longer than you think. But we're almost there with these. Other stuff is in the works, and yeah, should be very good. Do you have any news regarding AllNet shipping costs? Well, one of the steps I did was there is now a Canada local reseller. All the links on the website have been updated so that you can select that one too if you live in Canada. And for Europe and other places, we're still working on it with AllNet and various options. So, yeah. You need some cherry Pepsi Max for the next stream. I don't know. I generally like Coca-Cola better than Pepsi, but yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, it is the same case, Medved. Yeah. The LEDs should be here end of the month. That's the target date. Reduce boards blowing up. You have a lot of boards blowing up? But generally capacitors will make things more stable and give your power supply an easier time, but yeah. Okay, another 2 minutes and then I'm gone. It was fun testing these things, though. I always like testing stuff like this. That's why I order so much of it, but then again, you guys use my affiliate link so that I could keep, you know, ordering and testing all kinds of random LED stuff. And these pucks are pretty good. I like these. And the 2805 strips are good too. And that double 2811 was a surprise. Yeah. I've looked at DMX before, but I don't have any purpose for DMX myself, so I haven't investigated a lot into it. How can you get smoother transitions at very low brightness with ESP Home for the analog boards? So this is explained in the capabilities article, but ESP Home is able to use a much higher bit depth that the ESP32 can support. So instead of having 255 steps from 0 to 100%, you now have 4096 from 0 to 100%. And that increases, you know, the amount of steps also from 0 to 10%. A manyfold. So that's why it's smoother. Perry D, that's one of the options we're looking into, but especially with the EU, it's not that simple. Will there be an Ethernet version? Not of this current board, but there might be a future version which has it, if the demand is there. Nice, Monty. Well, my voice is giving out. So, I thank you all for being here and for watching the live stream. I hope to see you back in the next video or the next live stream or in the comments and, well, maybe on the Discord server. Right? Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.